tell you, if you're going to bet week one, this is just my line of thinking. You're looking at games that you believe that by the time kickoff comes, these lines are going to run out of control. Right now, we can get Jacksonville at 3.5. I believe that by the time game time comes, they'll probably be in the vicinity of 5.5. Once the public gets to it, Jacksonville's kind of an AFC South bandwagon team. The Colts, we know that they're young. And so for that reason, I think there's a value advantage here for the Jacksonville Jaguars, trying to get the best of the number. Closing line value doesn't always get us paid, but it's usually good to have. Let's go over a couple of reasons why. First off, the experience here. Like I say, it's the second year under Doug Peterson. Trevor Lawrence did make progress last year. The team made progress. I think that just continues into this season now that they're done with the Urban Meyer fiasco. But the other side of the coin is the rebuilding stuff that's going on in Indianapolis with the new head coach, Shane Steichen. It's not as easy as we just walk in and tell Anthony Richardson everything we told Jalen Hurts and things spring into 30 points a game. It's going to be a bit of a learning process here for Anthony Richardson, quarterback drafted first round out of Florida. Being a college football guy, I wasn't overly impressed with the accuracy overall from him, guys. I know people can make excuses for it, but he's going to now face NFL defensive coordinators that will mess with him a little bit, try to confuse him. I think Jacksonville in this particular game looks to shut down Jonathan Taylor, try to confuse Anthony Richardson, probably make a couple of bad decisions and turnovers, which will help. If I just look at straight fundamentals here, I think you got a real good matchup. Jacksonville's passing game, which now includes Calvin Ridley off that gambling suspension, and a guy that all preseason reports have tearing up the Jacksonville defense as far as deep vertical shots are concerned. So they have that weapon in their arsenal now. And Indianapolis is going to start two rookie corners. Obviously, the suspension of Isaiah Rodgers yesterday for the year-long gambling suspension, he was a projected starter, but now they're going to have to go with two rookies and three rookies overall inside their top five in the secondary. So a little weak there. I think Jacksonville can take advantage. Let's look at what Mike Caldwell, the defensive coordinator for Jacksonville, exactly can do to this team here. I think that when it comes to blitzes and stuff, you'd be afraid when you have a running quarterback like Anthony Richardson. But again, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's more of an advantage here. If you go back real quick and look at what Trevor Lawrence did offensively against the Colts last year, 45 of 52 completions against this team in 2 games last year when he really didn't know what he was doing. So both sides of the equation here, Jacksonville offense, Jacksonville defense, I think have advantages. Again, I like the value in the play. Again, I like the stability of Jacksonville as opposed to rebuilding. If this game were in week 9, maybe I'd see it differently. But I think we can comfortably lay 3.5 with Jacksonville here in anticipation of this game streaking even higher up to maybe 5.5.
It's Rob Veno saying, grab some line value. Now, 3.5, obviously, 3 is a key number. They probably set it at 3.5, thinking that's what's going to happen. But Rob thinks the line goes even higher, than maybe 5.5. And that's the only reason you would want to play a week 1 game in June, is because you think the line is going to be a couple points different 2 months from now. So Rob thinks this Jacksonville line closes a lot higher, and he likes the Jags on top of that.